Blood vessels are the part of the cardiovascular system that transports blood around the body. Because they have slightly different functions, they have slightly different structures. There are basically three types of blood vessels. Arteries take blood away from the heart. They will branch into smaller and smaller arteries known as arterioles. The arterioles will feed into the capillaries. The capillaries are where we're actually going to have the exchange between the blood and the tissues. The capillaries will then merge into larger vessels known as venules, and the venules will become veins. Veins are the large blood vessels that return blood to the heart. There are different layers or tunics in the walls of the blood vessels. The lumen is the central opening of the blood vessel. This is where the blood will be. The tunica intima is the endothelium. This is a simple squamous epithelium. Its purpose is to reduce friction between the blood and the wall of the blood vessel. The tunica media is a smooth muscle layer. These muscles are arranged circularly around the blood vessel. If these muscles contract, they cause vasoconstriction, a narrowing of the blood vessel. If they relax, they cause vasodilation. The lumen gets wider. Then the tunica externa or the tunica adventitia is some loosely woven collagen. It's connective tissue. It helps protect the blood vessels and holds them in place. The three different types of blood vessels have slightly different structures. Arteries have all three tunics or layers. They have a very thick tunica media. Capillaries have only a tunica intima. They do not have any of the other layers. And veins also have all three tunics or layers, but their tunica media is much thinner. The structure always determines the function. Arteries have to have thick muscular walls because they have to withstand the pressure. They're taking blood away from the heart. As the heart beats, that puts tremendous pressure behind the blood. The arteries have to be able to handle that pressure. The capillaries are where the exchange of nutrients and gases is going to occur. This single layer of epithelial cells make it much easier for diffusion, so the exchange occurs more easily. Veins have thinner walls because there's less pressure by the time we get to the veins. They have larger lumens. They also have valves. This prevents backflow of the blood. In the veins, the blood is fighting gravity most of the time, so once we get blood so far in a vein, we don't want it to be able to go backwards. Here you see the three types of blood vessels. Arteries that carry blood away from the heart, capillaries where we're going to have the exchange of nutrients and gases, and veins which will carry blood back to the heart. Arteries and veins both have a tunica externa or tunica adventitia that's about the same. The arteries have a much thicker tunica media than the veins because we have to withstand the pressure of the arterial flow. All three blood vessel types have the tunica intima. Capillaries only have the tunica intima to make diffusion easier. Notice that here in the veins we also have those valves to prevent backflow. If we look in cross-section, arteries have the thicker muscle wall, and this tends to hold them open all the time. Veins have the thinner muscle wall. They tend to flatten out and become more oval.